Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, golly gosh. Oh, gee wilkers, friends. Oh my. I've done it again. I've gone and done it again, haven't I? Oh my. Oh my. Oh, I have sinned. Oh, I have done the evil thing of falling asleep before the stream began, and so now I'm very late. And so now I have to speak like a weirdo to wake up. I have to put on a voice to stretch out my vocal cords so that they're prepared for 4 hours-ish of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trilogy, Trials and Tribulations, Chapter 2. That's what we're playing today. I've been up and about and doing things today, but I went down for a nap right before stream, and that was a disastrous idea as I arose from my slumber at like 6:05 or 10 or something like that. I literally have just woken up like 10, maybe 15 minutes ago. And I immediately started getting everything thrown together and got everything started, and here we are. Morning. It does absolutely feel like morning based on what I just experienced. Absolutely. My face hurts today. Not my whole face. It's just my nose. I woke up today, not before stream. I'm with this morning with the bridge of my nose right here. So sore. I think I punched myself in my sleep last night or something. And so it hurts. My nose hurts. So hopefully me talking for a lot during today's stream won't bother me too much. Just the nose, just the bridge. Like right there. You know, like I hit maybe the side of it or something. Like maybe I went to, my glasses are on right now, but maybe I like swatted it, maybe I like hit it like here or something. I don't know. I didn't fall asleep with my glasses on, because it hurts like where you would think my glasses would be. So it's kind of like, well, maybe it's my glasses. But it's like, it was only when I woke up, and I wasn't asleep with my glasses on. So I think I punched just the bridge of my nose. I don't know. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. And it's very annoying. It's very irritating. It bothers me to no end. But regardless, we trudge onwards. We move forward. Ah yes, hitting yourself while sleeping. Yes, I added the on purpose. I didn't even read it. I didn't even read it out loud. Ah yes, hitting on yourself. Ah yes. MagicManMo! I watch myself as I sleep. And I do think that I am a beautiful sleeper. I don't know how to hit on myself. How do you hit on a person sleeping? How does that... I'm such a demure sleeper. I'm like the sleeping beauty of sleepers. Mr. Green, welcome to the stream. Swatting an invisible fly. Perhaps. Maybe. Maybe something did tickle my nose and I went to swat it in my sleep and just smacked myself. I don't know. It is weird that it is just my nose and not like my cheek. You know, like if I missed or something, like I slapped myself. It is weird that it's like basically just that. It is very strange, but I don't know. I have no further ideas of what it could be. I do not know. I have no answers. Hey, Corjon, welcome to the stream. Mo needs to cast an alarm clock spell next time. Well, see, I didn't plan on, like, see, this is the problem with naps. I wasn't really planning on napping. I was just planning on doing the old, I'll just close my eyes for a minute. It's the lie that we all tell ourselves right before we pass out for multiple hours, right? It's like, I'm not going to sleep, I'm just closing my eyes. It's the lie that we all tell ourselves. We make some experimentation on the mod by Gary. Tell me something new. Tell me something that you're not always doing. You're always experimenting on that Gmod. That's just... You might as well just tell me that you're breathing today. Do you question why a bird flies? Or why a fish swims? Or why a Derica gemods? No, one does not. Let's see here. Phoenix, Wright, Ace Attorney. I won't yap too long since we're getting the stream started late, so we'll get kind of like right into the game. Unless there's things that you guys want to yap about, I won't yap too long. No, we're not getting sharks today, Turbo. 5-minute snooze turns into 3-hour nap. Basically, yeah. Yeah, the whole like, I'm just gonna lie down for a little bit, which I never try to lie to myself and say it's gonna be 5 minutes, because I know I can't do that. But it's one of those, like, I'm just gonna lie down for like half an hour, you know? And then that's what turns into the 3 hours. Easily. Unquestionably. But you're right. I should have set an alarm. Like an accidental just in case alarm. I should. Because I know me. I know I'm going to fall asleep. But I just don't believe myself in the moment. In the moment, I'm like, nah, I'll be fine. But I'm never fine. I always fall asleep. But I'm having a little bit of coffee to try to wake myself up a little bit from my nap. I think I'm also dehydrated, so I also shot some just regular water too. So maybe I'll have this one mug of coffee to help wake myself up. Then I'll switch to water. I think I'm dehydrated. It's getting warm out. It's spring. I think my flesh is dehydrating with the weather change. I don't know if that's a thing. I know that's a thing like in the winter. People get dry in the winter. But going to the spring might have a similar effect. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. A witch doctor, maybe. Magic Man, witch. I tried. Look, I know it's a stretch. I tried. I hate falling asleep. Woke up at 6 in the evening thinking it's 6 the next day. Especially when it's in the winter, when it gets dark early and it stays dark late. That's really easy to do because you wake up at 6 a.m., it's dark outside. You wake up at 6 p.m., it's dark outside. You know, it doesn't matter. In the winter, it's really easy to do that. In the summer, it gets a little bit harder because 6 in the morning, it's like just starting to get light maybe, but 6 o'clock in the evening, it's full blast daylight outside. It's a little harder to pull that off once it's full blown summer. It's so easy to do when it's like winter or, you know, beginning of spring or the end of fall or whatever. That dark half of the year, you know, the dark half of the year. You've heard of the dark side of the moon. Welcome to the dark side of the year. We do have that. We do have like a spring and fall equinox where, you know, you have your darkest day of the year and your lightest or whatever. Fanta. Have you got that Fanta in your system? No, yes, I've got that Fanta in my system. I don't have Fanta in my system. I got a Pepsi cup. This is the smallest cup I've gotten. I ate out today for lunch. I met my brother for lunch, and I'd never met him before. No, I'm just kidding. I met my brother for lunch. We went out to eat at the smallest. I don't even know how many ounces this is. I don't even think it's 16. It might be a 12-ounce cup. I don't know how small this is. This is the smallest cup I've ever gotten going out for food in a very long time. A lot of your small cups now, in most places that you go, is gonna be like 20 ounces. That's such an itty bitty teeny tiny cup, which is I'm not complaining. I was looking at it. I'm like, this is the smallest cup I've ever gotten going out in a long, long time. I think it came with my food. I didn't pay for it. There was no charge. So I was like, I went to this Chinese place that I don't normally eat in. I've called ahead and ordered takeout before, but I've literally never eaten at this Chinese place. And so I ordered food and got to the register, paid, and there was just a magic cup there. I think I just got a free cup. Pepsi in your system. That's the thing. It's not even Pepsi either. Technically, it's Starry. I drank Starry. I had Sprite. Right? Isn't it Sprite that's is Starry? Starry's the new Sprite. It's been that way for a while, but Sprite that it replaced, right? No, or was that Sierra Mist? Sierra Mist. Whichever one it replaced. I like a Starry. I like it. That's what I had today. It sounded good. And it was. So I've got that Starry in my system. I'm pulling like a double gotcha. I was like, Fanta in my system, pulls a Pepsi cup. Pepsi in my system, no, it was Starry. Sounds delicious. Hello friends and welcome to Let's Play Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, Trilogy. I'm your host, MagicManMo. We're gonna hit that continue button. We are going into episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. I think we're getting very close to the end of the part 1 investigation. I just didn't know how much more there was left to do. I think we've just about met everybody to get this episode started. We just haven't met the prosecutor yet, and we haven't started the actual first part of the trial yet. We're getting very I can feel it in my bones. We're getting very close to actually starting for real. Excuse me. Oh, hang on. I forgot to post my links. I forgot to post my link to Discord, for what it's worth. I was so busy thinking I'll get this game started, like, quick. Hang on. There we go. All set. Gotta meet the prosecutor. We gotta meet the meat. We gotta prosecute the meter. All right. Let's jump in here. Yes. Yes, send me in, coach. I'm not gonna remember what anyone's voices were. Oh, that's right, we were just talking to Larry. I forgot we were talking about Larry was being a weirdo. I forgot that that's where we left off. Are we done with Larry? I think we're done with Larry. Yeah, because we talked to him about all the people. I assume we talked to him about all the... Right, yeah, the blackmail. I remember him reacting to that. So I think we've done all the presenting and all the talking, and we've done all the examining here that I possibly can. Unless I can slide around. No, there's no slide around option to go talk to what's her face. What was the girl that lives here is Desiree. Yeah, Desiree Delight. That's right. We have Phoenix. Mia's still dead. Maya's around. Pearl's around. Adrian is here now. We got Adrian Andrews. We've got Gumshoe. We got DeMasque. We got Luke Atme. We got Ron Delight, who either is or thinks he is DeMasque. Little unclear there because Ron's wife, Desiree Delight, is pretty adamant that Ron is not DeMasque. She could be wrong. She could be right. She could be DeMasque. I don't know. There's some mysterious things happening, but then there's Larry back here in the back. Larry Butts is in the back. But the thing about DeMasque, his identity, regardless of the situation, that emblem that we see on the balloon, that emblem comes on the calling card of DeMasque. And no one but the police are supposed to know about that. Which is why I'm wondering if Desiree is the real DeMasque if it's not Ron, because that emblem is up there in the top left corner. Don't know. We'll see how this shakes out eventually. Luke is Mr. Resident Evil. Does he? Does he look like a Resident Evil character? I haven't played the Resident Evils. I played a little bit of one of them years ago as a kid, like one of the earlier ones, but I couldn't really keep playing it because it was too dark on my TV. I couldn't get the brightness up. It was like impossible to play. Alrighty, alright. I think we're done here. I think we're gonna move. The question is, where were we going to go from here? Let's go back to my office for a sec, because I have more options from here. Do I need to go to? Okay, that's where I came from. The detention center, perhaps? No, Ron's gone. I have to remember what the frick we were doing. Yeah, we'll figure. I could ask Maya. Maya might know. Do I need to go back to the exhibition hall? Adrian! Adrian! Basement? Nope, I don't need to be here. Or maybe I need to talk to people. Usually when you go somewhere that you need to be, you'll get like you'll get this happen. This'll happen. I couldn't remember what we were doing. Remember the book in his office that says "At Me Virus"? Whose office? This office? In here? Is there a book in here that says that? The "At Me Virus"? That does sound familiar. No, I don't remember. Maybe I'll look. Maybe I'll look at his bookcase again. I don't remember, but maybe. That does kind of sound familiar. He's got like some equipment. October 12, At Me Detective Agency. Oh, there's a bag on his table. That wasn't there before, I don't think. I don't remember investigating a bag. Oh, that's right, Pearls was lost. Pearls was lost, and she's like, I think I found the office of that detective guy. I remember. Mystic Maya. Pearly. I remember. We got a phone call. Pearls was lost. I never thought I'd see the two of you again. Okay, we got her. Oh, she's over it. She's over it already. So is Mr. Ace Detective out of the office? Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were here last? Well, there's a bag, but last time I played this was a week ago, so if something else has changed, I can't tell. The bag is new. Now that you mention it, examine. Hang on, can I look at the At Me Virus? Was that this? Impressive bookshelf filled with very impressive books. My Life as an Ace Detective, unabridged edition by Luke At Me. He's even got one of those ships in a bottle. Would you look at that thing? I remember this. There's a doll at the helm. I remember this. Microscope, too. The glass slides have different names on them. This one says, At Me Virus. Maybe is it a Resident Evil reference? Is it? I actually don't know. Okay. I do remember that now that you mention it. Is anything else besides the bag weird? Let's take a look at the bag. What's in the bag? This bag. I'm sure it wasn't here before. Well, he's not here now. Are we gonna snoop? Are we gonna snoop through? Are we gonna be Snoopy, Maya? Are we gonna snoop? What if it's gonna be like the entire full like costume of Mask DeMasque? And then I'm gonna be so confused on who Mask is. It looks quite full. I wonder what could be in here. Or maybe it's going to be some of the treasures from the exhibition, the Fae exhibition. Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property. Oh, but we can, Phoenix. I mean, I don't know about legally, but we can. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is important. An important investigation. That's true, and truth be told, I have to admit, I am kind of curious. Well, what's in there? Hang on a second, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kinda hard and smooth. Phoenix, careful, watch yourself. Well, hello there. What was At Me's voice? Well, hello there. Eek, he's here. What are you doing, sir lawyer? Something like that, I don't remember. I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly. I'm really sorry. Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here? What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Waluigi? Waluigi! Am I doing it? Am I doing it right? Tomorrow's trial, Zavari! Shall we say the figurative? Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime? What is this? What is the figurative Sir William and why is he dropping his panties? There's something smooth and hard in your bag and Sir William is dropping his panties. I'm very concerned. Wow, Nick, sounds like it's gonna be really exciting. Don't get too excited, Maya. Who's Sir William? Who's the figurative Sir William? What about tomorrow's trial? What's going to happen at the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic? Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick. Tomorrow will be a day to remember. Look at me, will take the stand. And then, Zavari! My testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Look at my eyeball. Yes! All of you! I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators! I'm sorry? Conspirators? You're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There is a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial. What are you talking about? Sir Lawyer, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Is it the French? Is it like Godot? Like the game developing engine? Is it Godot or is it Godot? Godot? Godot. 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 It's gotta be Godot. I'm gonna Google it. Hang on. How to say Godot.
Godot.
Godot, I was right. I think that's French? Maybe?
Godot.
Godot. Godot? Well, before we talk about Godot, do we know DeMasque's identity? You have taken a step down the path of foolishness. Just had flashbacks about being a foolish fool that foolishly pursues the path of foolishness. Can you imagine Atme just takes a mask off and it turns out he was Francisca all along? Trying to defend the career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty. Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. D-Light really is DeMasque. Also, is theft really gonna get the death penalty? Seems kind of extreme. My dear lady, times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature. Whoa, let's talk about this Godot. Who is this Godot person? It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, the prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. What? Godot, a legend or myth, men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chance to simply meet him. Prosecutor Godot? But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Maya, I'm standing right here. Put some faith in Phoenix, man. Isn't that right, Nick? No, I'm the best. Well, I'm not a prosecutor. You know what? I forgot. I'm not a prosecutor. I'm a defense attorney. So Edgeworth can be the best prosecutor. Right. You got me. I wasn't thinking of that. I was just thinking lawyers. I was just thinking best lawyer. It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Huh? In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in this country. And you agree with that? Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atme of the prosecutor's office. Wow, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I don't know. I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. It looks like we're done investigating for the day. Sir Lawyer, the stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. If I had a magnifying lens, I would hold it for you guys. I simply don't have one. A new prosecutor, an ace detective and a thief, a deadly game, a deadly dance, a deadly... I'm just kidding. I was gonna go into full Danganronpa mode. This will be one tough trial. Shing! I saw your ring, Shing. Shing. I knew we were close to the to be continued when we quit last time. I knew we were close, but I didn't know how close. And it was getting late, and I was getting tired. So we ended a little early last time, but don't worry, we're not stopping now. We're gonna keep going. We're not stopping now. October 13, 9:36 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4. Number 4? Have we ever been in number 4? Hey, Nick. What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Are you heading out already, Korjan? Well, thanks for hanging out. Hope to see you next time. Oh, so check out the DeMasque glossy I bought. Oh, you were kidding because I was saving the game. Oh, I get it. I get. Oh, you tricky. You're so tricky. A DeMasque glossy? What is a glossy? Like a picture, a photo? Oh! You bought this? Where? It's DeMasque stealing a fat sack of Christmas presents. He thought I was gonna actually go into the whole to be continued stream over thing. No, I wasn't gonna be silly. I was gonna be serious. I didn't want to confuse anybody.
And the little tents in front of the courthouse, they have all sorts of things for sale.
You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Oh, I know. You get all wrapped up in celebrities and such. DeMasque publicity photos stuck in the court. Yeah, stuck into the court record. I stuck it in there. I just shoved it in there. A shot of DeMasque striking a pose. It's a publicity photo. Oh, right, this is Ron, isn't it? Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me.
Who's screaming like that?
Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. I think his voice was something like this. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor. I admit it! Okay, that means he knows about the calling card. The calling card is supposed to be a secret. So, it's either that the calling card is more well known than we realize, or there is a reason he knows about it. We gotta figure that out. Sounds okay. I picture a high-pitched, whiny voice. Were you here when I was trying to figure out what his voice should be? Because I was really struggling to figure it out. Because at first I thought he was a chick. What with the buns, and then his he's got something going on with his eyes when he's looking at you. So I thought it was. So I couldn't figure it out, and we landed on something like that, I think. Yeah, were you here for that? I couldn't remember. I know he sometimes gets quiet, and then I get quiet. But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please! Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Dazzy, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, the thief is, me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I could guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he is declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? I don't know, she's the chipper sort. She's trying to look on the bright side. She's being optimistic. She knows that we're tough stuff. It was her that requested Ron request me, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is masked DeMasque or not, but there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. I'm the bailiff. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. For the time being. We'll see how far that takes us. October 13. Ooh, I just realized 13? That's an unlucky number. 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 6. A lot of courtrooms. They all look the same. This is the guy. This must be Godot. I've seen pictures of you with a coffee mug. I've got my coffee mug. One of my many coffee mugs. Court is now in session for the trial of Master Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ooh, I don't have a voice for you yet. Ooh, I haven't decided. Ooh, what's it gonna be? Ooh, what am I gonna make him sound like? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I mean, this has gotta be the Godot guy. He's got a strong chin line. He's got this dapper goatee beard thing happening. He's got this sick futuristic Cyclops friggin' visor. He's got this shock of white hair, double earring, deep, cool voice. Now my voice, my natural voice isn't very deep. So deep voices are hard for me to pull off very well, but I'll give it my best. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to? What a stupid question. Something like that. What did you say? Hey, Erica, welcome to the stream. Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? What? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? The judge doesn't even know. He's a famous prosecutor. No one knows this guy. I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. He's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? None. What? What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Well, you can't lose if you've never played. But that doesn't make you legendary. How do you become a legendary prosecutor by not prosecuting? Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods began their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but mask? In a court of law? Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. Ooh, a poet. This guy is the real deal, all right, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So, we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hey, whoa, Hang on. What's with the antagonism? Nick, is he a friend of yours? Clearly not, if he's calling me trite. No, I don't have any friends that call me trite. Just who is this masked man? Yeah, smooth jazz. I gotta turn up the volume so I can hear it better. I don't know if you'd call that jazz. Maybe. Oh, we got a saxophone. Okay, it's a little jazzy. You gotta have a little sax action for it to be jazz. I was just listening to the piano part. I'm like, it's closer to classical with some kind of like rhythm and blues, right? A little rhythm influence, but it's a little jazzy. Just who is this masked man? Wait, what if Godot is masked DeMasque? He's never been a prosecutor before. Maybe he's been a thief this whole time, right? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo? It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. Well, that would be an opening statement, Godot. You might not like it, but that's what that is. Well, what is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Oh, flirt with me harder, Godot. Jeez. He wants to see how much I can take. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. It's Gumshoe! Gumshoe's taking the stand! I think, Atme says he's gonna take the stand as well. My name is... No one has asked your name, witness. Ugh. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking, we're listening. Yes, sir. All right, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Witness testimony. DeMasque's crimes. Testimony. Master DeMasque is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. I feel like I'm doing Gumshoe's voice wrong. I can't find it. Gumshoe. I'm Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. Oh, something like that. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Mask DeMasque, sir. It fits his M.O. to a T. His MOT? His M.O.T.? So then the actual identity of this Mask DeMasque is... Mr. Godot, what are you... Oh, he's got the coffee! We're here in the middle of a trial, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm with you, I agree. Black, just black, not a drop of nothing else in there. Black coffee, dark roast, hot and bitter. I want it to punch you in the mouth. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please proceed. Very well. It's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. The judge always lets the prosecution slide, like every time. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, All we can do is show that it wasn't DeMasque who stole the urn. Even though we have a photo of him basically doing it, but ignore that for a minute. Let's see what we can do. DeMasque crimes. Cross-examination. DeMasque is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. Hold it. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zavari, author on thieves. Okay, don't start trying to talk like at me, Gumshoe. It doesn't look good on you. Dot, dot, dot. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that the fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers, my big, strong fingers, shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butter fingers. I'll press harder, why not? I haven't taken damage or anything. Yeah, I had a stroke there for a second. It's the coffee. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. Huh, is that a joke? But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zavari, do you? Who is this person? Zavari? He sounds German. Don't do this to me, Judge. If he actually does DeMasque himself, and it's been Franziska this whole time, I'm gonna lose my mind. She's not German, but she spent a lot of time in Germany. So you know where I'm going with this. He said the foolishness word earlier. He said foolishness. Judge is calling him German. If he just straight up takes his face off and it turns out to be Franziska, I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't think it's gonna happen. His name is Luke Atme, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. I mean, it is what he says. He says Zavari a lot. That's his like catchphrase. I guess he's not that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. Yeah! It looks like the thief is toying with me even now. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Yeah, of course I have, except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. Really? So we've never gotten that specific card? Because you showed me a card at one point in time, but I guess it could have been a previous one. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atme stopped Ms. Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lordly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real? Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about the DeMasque's emblem. Right. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. Hold it. His 5th heist, and your 5th screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. But he's right. Yeah, I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away, got me? Wow, it looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Which, there's some kind of contradiction there, even if Gumshoe doesn't know it, because the urn is actually useless. It's not worth anything. The ashes would have sentimental value, but when it was in, what's the word for, like, inspecting a thing for its value? when it was valued. That's not the word I'm looking for. I can't think of the word. Oops, I meant to press. Go back, go backwards. Art pieces, like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanon. What's that, some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir, it's a blue diamond, a single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bangora, you know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Magina, sir. Detective had me retrieve the portrait of Magina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his fifth and last robbery, or latest, last feels presumptuous, was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. Appraised, that's a good word for it. Appraised, I think that's the one, appraised. When it was being appraised, the urn itself is worthless. No one has said anything about the value of the ashes, but like the urn itself, worthless. That's why we're sure it was Mask DeMasque, sir. It fits his MO to a T. Nick, it definitely looks like... Did I miss? I think I missed the press button. I was gonna press that. It definitely looks like it was Mask DeMasque who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Mask DeMasque. But... Also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Mask DeMasque that did it, maybe for the time being, I should try to show it wasn't Mask that did it. Hang on, somehow I missed the press button. I know I can hit Q, but I usually just go down here and click it, but I missed. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions... That's right. It means that Mask DeMasque was behind it. It's interesting that he mentioned the security, because the security camera was on loan from Lordly Taylor himself. And we've never actually one-on-one met this Lordly Taylor, but maybe that's someone we should bring into this. Nick, it definitely looks like it was, okay. It definitely looks like it was Mask DeMasque, no real evidence either way. Urn hasn't turned up yet. Okay, so that was the last thing. So what can we present? Looking at my things, it's been a week since I looked at them. We've got my badge, my Magatama, the treasure exhibit, Amifa's golden statue, the sacred urn, DeMasque calling card. Which specifically says to the security at Lordly Taylor, I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasures of Coraine exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Yours truly. Have we read this before? I don't remember this. To the security of Lordly Taylor. I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasures of Coraine exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn. Speckled urn? I mean, in this shot, it doesn't look speckled at all. Speckled urn? I don't think it's the same urn. Speckled urn? I don't think that matches. Maybe that's what I need to go for. This is the security photo of him leaving the locked warehouse room. with the box that presumably had the urn in it. Presumably, but maybe it's a different box. Don't know. We've also got the dried paint already here, where there must have been a box with some... I wonder if that's it. I wonder if there is a different mask DeMasque, right, that isn't Ron, and he stole the speckled urn, but there was a box sitting over here with the sacred urn in it, and maybe Ron came in and stole that one? Maybe, and then lost it? I don't know. But either way, is there more than one urn that we should be considering here? We've got Ron's wallet at KB Security. Was KB Security the security camera as well? I thought it was Lordly Taylor that owned. Does Lordly Taylor own KB Security? I can't remember. I feel like I remember me saying that the security, or maybe we found out another way. Someone told me that the security camera came from Lordly Taylor. I thought. But maybe it was related to KB somehow. What was that last photo down here? That's a publicity photo, right. Okay, so if we take a look at these things, Master Thief that first started his crime 6 months ago. I don't think I'm trying to dispute that. He's so confident he leaves his calling card. Apparently he did that. I think I might need to bring up the calling card there. This was the 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card, yeah. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Mask DeMasque, sir, if it's his MO. So, do I have anything that actually states that the sacred urn was not valuable? I mean, granted, they made a whole poster about it, but I think it was Adrian that said it was worthless. That's the camera data. That's the shishito. That's the blackmail letter. I think we should pull the calling card here, as he only goes after the most precious art pieces, right? I don't know if this is the right spot. I might take damage on this. Am I willing to take damage right now? Maybe. Objection! I think I'm about to take damage. What do you think of the witness's statement? Not sure I follow you. It contradicts the, okay, you know what? It's been a while since we've played a trial. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure this out. Because the calling card specifically says he's going for the speckled jar, but maybe I shouldn't be focusing on that right now. But Phoenix says we should focus on proving that it's not, that that he didn't steal the sacred urn. Maybe I do need to present that, but I need to present it here. It's hard to say. It's hard to say because Gumshoe doesn't want to show off the calling card. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try this, but here. Objection! Ah, balls. Okay, I gotta start being careful. I've already blasted through half my health now. Not quite. Okay, so. It's not the MO. Or maybe I was supposed to do it here. No? Okay. Okay, we're gonna play on hard mode now. All right. I feel like it's a really good... You already did that? No, I think I already did the, I did this one. I thought I did this one, then I did the last one, so I went back and did number 4. I did 3, then 5, then 4, I'm pretty sure. I thought okay, it doesn't matter, it's fine. It's fine. I've got 4 hits left, it's fine. We'll Iron Man mode through the rest of it. We'll be fine, right? We'll be fine. Do I look worried? I'm not worried. What is the contradiction here? He started his crime spree 6 months ago. Maybe I should press through everything again? He's been involved since the beginning, 6 months ago. He's the authority. I can press harder on this one. Maybe it's the first statement we gotta press into. But there's someone who knows even more about him than the police. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe I gotta present Desiree? No, because then they're just talking about Luke at me. Because I could need to present a profile, but that doesn't seem like a thing. Oh, here's Godot. Age unknown. A prosecutor who is shrouded in mystery. He seems to know me somehow. I don't know if that's true. I mean, he called us Phoenix Trite, so I guess he knows that we're Phoenix, but like, does he know us personally, or did he just read about us? I'm curious about how his hair got all turned white. Was he involved in an electric accident or something? Because clearly his facial hair is not silver. Adrian was the head of security, so she would know the security really well. Could you imagine if Adrian does turn out to be DeMasque? Could you imagine? Could you imagine it? Actually, if you do look at the mouths, Desiree almost has the same mouth. just because it's like straight on, it's that smile. She's got like a little bit more of a dip in her lip. That might be looking into it too much, though. That might be looking into it a little too much. Ron's the one that said he lost the urn, but that's not like, I can't just bring that up. The only person I would bring up is Desiree at the beginning after Phoenix says there's someone else that knows Ron really well, but that seems like a stretch. Put too much cream in his coffee. Now his hair is like what? Cream white? I don't think I'm presenting. Oh, no, I meant to hit. I didn't mean. Hi, Judge, what do you think about pearls? God darn it. I didn't mean to hit present. That was a mistake. Well, we should just reload at this point. We should just reload at this point. God darn it. I did not mean to press that. I meant to press on, like, I meant to look at the, I meant to click on the evidence button. God darn it. We're in trouble, friends. What am I looking for? What is the problem? What am I looking for? He sends a calling card. He does. He does do that. MagicManMo. The person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police, but I didn't see this until after it occurred. The emblem. Do I need to bring up the emblem for some reason? Do I have anything with the emblem on it besides the calling card? I don't think so, not right now. Ejection, pal! Nuibo, thank you for following. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. I'm currently struggling to figure out what item I should use, And I've accidentally blown through all of my health, so this is gonna be very tricky. This is gonna be a bit of a problem. And I can intimidate them with my badge. You know, it would be fun, it would be funny, but I don't think it'll work. Could you imagine? Hey Judge, you wanna see my badge? This is the one that I wanted to press the calling card on. Maybe I just gotta press the urn on it? Maybe. He talks about all the priceless stuff, the diamonds and stuff. That could be the one. Who wants a random urn? Well, yeah, I think it was Adrian that even told us that it's worthless. So maybe on the, he only goes after the most precious art pieces. I already tried to present the calling card because it specifically says that they were going for the speckled urn. Right? The speckled urn. But the sacred urn isn't speckled. But the calling card didn't work, so maybe I gotta present the sacred urn here. I think I want to try it. Well, and if I take too much, if I take the damage and die, if I lose, I'm not very deep into the trial. We'll just reset. This was, I really goobered up real hard. I goobered up real bad. It's the only thing I can think of. Objection! Nice, I did it. I finally did it. I only had to fail several times. I only had to suck a lot. Ugh. Sorry, I had to stretch. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's only one problem. Or there's maybe several, but there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn that doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. Well, what do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that DeMasque would normally go after. That was the judge's voice. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of DeMasque. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of DeMasque or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. You make your own coffee? Excuse me? You making your own coffee, Godot? I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't DeMasque that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating DeMasque's methods. A fake. A fake DeMasque? Fake DeMasque. They've turned it into his name now. They've turned it into his name. And this court system would give every lawyer 10 chances. It was more like 5, because every damage was doing 2 at a time. Why do they constantly say DeMasque? I don't know. but I've chosen not to say the star out loud because last time someone said that they really like it when streamers say the star, and so I decided to be a butthole, and I'm like, then I'm not gonna, just out of spite. And so I'm sticking to it. Fake DeMasque? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. We got another one. Who's whipping the coffee? Is he using mental psionic powers? Who's whipping him the coffees? I know who I want to be whipping. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. It looks like I'm going to have to prove it. And I've got, okay, I get 2 tries at this. It's only gonna do 1 damage. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake DeMasque. Hang on, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna scan. Thing, hat, feathers. And then I'm gonna look at he's missing the giant emblem in the middle. He's missing the giant happy face in the middle of his chest. See, he's missing this thing. It's a little concerning. Did I have any other things to look at? This was the poster, that doesn't have him on it. That's fine. I think it's that. I think it's the security camera photo itself. This is kind of bad though, because Ron, I think, is the fake DeMasque, so this is not great for us, but maybe he's the real DeMasque. The court has a barista on standby for coffee addicts. That's a good court. You say it's the hand? The hand? The glove? I think it's the emblem on the chest. Can you even see a hand here? I think the hands look gloved. It's kind of hard to tell if that's their hands or gloves. No, I think the hands look fine. Which photo do you present though? I think I present the security photo. I'm hoping it doesn't matter, but I think it's the security photo because I'm gonna show this and Phoenix is gonna be like, this is the proof, and Judge is gonna be like, that looks like Mask to me. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a whole conversation. Oh, like his handedness? He's got it in his right arm over here versus over here he's using his left hand for the bag. Maybe. That might come up. For sure this is missing though. That's definitely a thing. So it could be one, the other, or both. I'm gonna go with this photo. I get 2 shots. Guilty until proven guilty. Yikes. A slingshot coffee cup device. I'm gonna go with this one and hope. Take that and rewind it back. What do you think of that, Udgy? The proof is right here. I don't have like a thing that looks like a photograph I can hold up. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Huh. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use his pointer and show us just what about this picture is so peculiar. Bam, take that. It's right here, of course. You mean DeMasque? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? And I'm glad you did, Maya, because I would have been in a heap of trouble if you hadn't. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on DeMasque's chest. Oh, breach? Here? Bailiff, get my steed! We need to retreat at once! Judge has a steed? My noble steed. I hope it's a donkey. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But the DeMasque in the security camera photo. He has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on DeMasque's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this DeMasque is a fake, a phony. He's a big fat phony. I've been fooled again. A security breach. Order, it's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on, go play. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Ha, the brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? That's DeMasque's brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. It's not, are you talking about the Ami? He's talking about the Ami statue. That would be why it was moved, probably. Female Buddha Buddha statue? He must mean the Ami Faye statue. Yeah, he must. Whoa, why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. What do you mean you always put evidence in your pocket? I'm still trying to figure out what this guy's famous for, because he says this is his first prosecution case. Were you a former detective? Who is this guy? Godot is a man of mystery. Grr, this guy's one cool customer. It's one cool cucumber, I'll tell you what. Another coffee. I need to go get another coffee, I'm out. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there. What? 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 Who? Huh? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there too. You can't just say that after talking to Maya. Does Maya have hickeys? What are you talking about? Hickeys? On the statue, maybe? Does the statue have hickey? Who's got the hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. Ah, there we go. Dude, you had me so confused. You were talking to Maya and then you brought up hickeys. You can't just do that, Godot. Everybody in the entire room was confused. What? Huh? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch. Okay. Order in the court? Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. Godot, that's just weird. I'm sorry, that's just weird. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. First Atme was talking about dropping pants, and all of a sudden Godot's talking about hickeys and girlfriends, and and now the judge is talking about ripping off of clothes. What is going on in this kangaroo court? I need all y'all thirsty hooligans to calm down. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh, Phoenix, we have a problem. DeMasque's brooch added to the court record. Found in the shadow of Ami-Faye's statue. Looks like it was torn off of some clothing. There is something kind of wrong about that, but it all depends on what actually happened. Because the statue was moved, there was a spilling of paint, there is probably another box to discuss. So it depends on where exactly this brooch was found, because it would have been sitting in the paint. You would think, I don't know. I've got questions. Ha! You mess with Godot, and you get burned. Does Godot mean like fire or something in French? Like, it feels like that was a setup for a pun. Or do you just mean your hot coffee? It's the hot coffee. He's just talking about hot coffee. He's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Before we go to the next witness, I will go refill my coffee. I think that's a good idea. I'll be right back. Whew. Ooh, now that I've adjusted my microphone's noise gate, you guys can't hear me from across my house. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? Or is it? Or is it gonna be someone else? Are they gonna pull a fast one on me? They're gonna be like, my next witness, Maya Fey. What? Nope, it's look at me. 1 second is 1 drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. What? 1 second is 1 drip. You might be be right. I gotta use that. That's poetry. That's poetry right there.
Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
Oh, what's clear?
Zavari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct?
Well, yes, that's right. Ha, not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Gross.
Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atme, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens.
Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail.
You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is.
Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. I was kind of assuming it was a pride thing, but there could be more to it than that. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. Witness testimony, what I witnessed.
It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous DeMasque, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fist blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police.
That's a pretty short testimony. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal?
My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural.
I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening.
Well, Sir Oldtimer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great DeMasque, my arch enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me.
Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I'll try. There's not a lot here, but I'll try. Cross-examination to what I witnessed.
It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed.
I'll hold it just a moment. So that would be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct?
That's an impressive deduction, Sir Liar.
You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time?
A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer.
Near the computer, huh? Like inside the booth or just standing outside of it? Because if you were inside the booth, how did you get snuck up on and beat over the head? You know? You need like some kind of reader to even open the door. So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it?
Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief.
Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe always said that they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before.
Precisely. That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief.
Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is.
In any case, that's when my nemesis, the infamous DeMasque, dancingly descended upon me.
Dancingly descended? From where exactly?
Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else?
So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief?
My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow, while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up upon me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes.
I hereby W Ace Dunce.
Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fist blow upon my noble head.
You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened?
Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all that I can recall.
That's not very solid as far as testimony goes.
Now, however, fortunately, I had my third manacle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe.
It's not, and it doesn't explain the weird, wacky paint that we found. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Good, then let's continue with the testimony.
Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone.
Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work.
Well, sir, liar, have you ever been... So what is that noise? We're being invaded. Someone has let someone inside the courtroom.
Order in the court. Thank you for subscribing, Hector. Welcome to the stream.
Have you ever been suddenly struck on the head?
Huh? Well, actually, yes. By a fire extinguisher.
And what happened?
I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too.
You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with.
He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed.
In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then, 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police.
About this 30 minutes.
My silver cord was loosened, and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium.
As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. So, what happened during these 30 minutes?
No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether.
Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. I wonder if I can find... Oh yeah, it's on my desk right in front of me. I've got a fun red ring I could put on my hand. It goes on my right hand though. Haha, I've got an Atme ring. I don't have a glove though. I could wear a ring. I'm always looking around for props. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? I don't know. Let me look at my things. I always get this wrong. MagicManMo Ace streamer, thank you. That's very kind of you. I don't know about all that, but I'll take it. He says it was approximately 1 in the morning. That's when my nemesis descended upon me. Wouldn't that mean Mask would have had to knock, because it's almost 1 o'clock here, right? So wouldn't that mean the Mask would have to knock out at me after Mask has already stolen the item? So Mask would have had to sneak inside long before he knocked. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Right? That's got to be the contradiction. I got 2 hits left. I've got like no hits left. But that's got to be it, right? Just as I begin to turn, he struck a blow. I think the blow, that's the thing. I think getting hit on the head must be the Shishishito. Yeah, actually, that it even says that here. That in itself makes enough sense. 30 minutes later. So you're saying you called the police at like 1:30-ish. Do I have anything about 1:30 specifically? What was up with the blackmail letter? Yeah, if you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Wait, what was this about a red I don't remember. This was like last week that we read this, so I don't remember. Red diamond. Also, if this blackmail letter was in fact truly meant for DeMasque to receive, and or whoever, you know, whoever it is that's in this photo, right? Whoever's in this photo is cutting it real close to 1 a.m. He's got to get all the way to KB Security in a minute. And I think didn't we decide that, I feel like someone said something about the warehouse being like an hour away from KB? Red diamond? Yeah, what's up with the red diamond? I don't remember. Did we know anything about that last week? I don't think I remember knowing anything about a red diamond specifically. There was the diamond that was one of the items that DeMasque stole in a previous heist. Was that a red diamond? Maybe. There was a diamond. Doesn't Luke at me? Is that what Luke at me is? Is that the red diamond? Wait, hold on a minute. red diamond. Is that the red diamond? That one was blue. Do you think this one's the red one? Very strange. There's something fishy going on. I'm just saying there's something very fishy going on here. It doesn't help us right now, though. That doesn't help us right now. I do think we have to do the security camera photo being I'm gonna sneeze. The 1 a.m. photo being at the, I don't know if I need to put it here at the 1 o'clock here or I need to put it here. I don't know. It's kind of like a trailing sentence here. I don't know where I need to put it. But I feel like he couldn't have been knocked out at 1 o'clock. Surely. He would have needed to be knocked out before that, right? I mean, I know he says approximately 1 in the morning. He says approximately, so maybe I'm focusing on the wrong thing, maybe? I also think it's very strange that he wasn't in the, like, security booth, you know? I'm guessing the thing that Atme is really trying to hide is the paint situation. I think, okay, here's the thing. Yeah, why was the blackmail letter was found in Ron's room. But who told us it was gonna be there? Someone told us it was gonna be there. Was it Luke? I think it was Luke that said it would be there. I think the blackmail letter, I'm concocting theories now. I think the blackmail letter was sent to Luke Atme, right? And so Luke Atme was actually the one pretending to be DeMasque. He's the one that stole an urn from the warehouse because he needed to take $50,000 to KB security or he'd lose his red ring. And that would mean Ron is actually possibly the actual for real masked DeMasque, which is why he knows that DeMasque did steal an urn. I just think he stole the wrong urn. You know what I mean? That's why he's freaking out that he lost his urn. Because actually Luke Atme was trying to steal an urn too. I think they were both trying to steal an urn. And Luke Atme has some dark hidden secret that the KB guy is trying to like blackmail him for. Maybe? Because I don't think Luke is necessarily masked DeMasque. He could be. Ron's involved in this somehow. Luke said it, yeah. So Luke, I think, slipped the blackmail letter in with Ron at some point in time. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know why. But Luke is the one that knew that Ron would have the blackmail letter. You know what I mean? That seems highly suspicious. Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted trying to like connect dots that we're not there yet. I think I'm gonna go with, what do you guys think? Security camera photo, 1 o'clock in the morning? Do you guys think that's yeah, Luke is very sus. I wasn't that suspicious of Luke at the very beginning, but like the more this goes on, the more and more sus he becomes. Like very much. And he is kind of a flamboyant character. He could be masked DeMasque, because you know, someone who dresses like Mask could be it. You're saying yes? I think this is it.
Objection!
No, don't do this to me! No! No! Objection to... Okay, well, we lost. Well, we really screwed up at the beginning. The court finds Ron DeLite guilty. God darn it! We'll speed through. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month. That is all. Court adjourned. Bro, what? I did the thing that I said I should do, and you said yes. Okay, hang on. We gotta get back in there. Hang on. Send me back in. We'll get there pretty quick. There's gotta be a, is there like a skip through button, like a speed skip? Here we go. We'll get there. We're not actually that deep into the trial. I just feel like it's the 1 o'clock thing. Sometimes I don't know which trail I should follow, you know? I did make a boo-boo at the beginning. I took way too much damage at the beginning of this trial, like way too much. I don't know what would happen if I accidentally skip too far. I don't want to accidentally hurt myself. This doesn't happen often. We don't fail like this spectacularly very. It's happened a couple of times. He's only guilty of theft. It's not murder. So it's not like he's gonna be like, it's not like he's gonna be death sentenced, right? I can't skip through the through the scene of him drinking his coffee. That's funny. One does not simply. Okay, so this is the cross-examination. I don't know if I need to press everything, or if I can skip that part, I don't know. Like, you know, just for the story element. What did I show actually here? Actually, what did I show? I showed, I showed the urn on statement 4. I was trying to remember. His pattern is to always go after the most. That's right, that's right, that's right. Good call. Objection! I was trying to remember. I spent so long here doing the wrong things, I couldn't remember the right thing. Tinks. Tinks, dude, Tinks. I need proof that the person is in fact fake. That was the security camera photo. It's so nice to have full health. Urinate it? I'm not gonna urinate. Or will I? Urinate in that urine, mate. Take that and rewind it back. I only say because Mo got it right before. Yeah. We're just trying to catch back up to where we were. That's why Turbo said urn statement 4. Use the urn on statement 4. It's not a spoiler. We literally just did it. I just couldn't remember what the frick I was doing. Get Gumshoe out of here. We gotta get back to where we were. Has Phoenix ever said if he's a coffee man? Is Phoenix a coffee man? Or is he like a tea guy? What do you think Phoenix drinks? Do you think he drinks Monster? Kingdom Hearts 2 joke. Oh, I've never played it. I've never played Kingdom Hearts. That'll go right over my head. Okay, so where were we here? We're back to where we were. I don't actually know this. I don't actually know the answer here. I tried to do the approximately 1 o'clock, and I did the. Did I do the wrong? I did this one, right? Yeah, I did the security camera photo. I didn't click on the wrong photo, did I? I don't think so. I think I was right. For what I meant to do. I clearly wasn't right for the game because I lost. But again, I just feel like the timing that he's explaining doesn't add up. Yeah, to my nemesis, the infant. Maybe I needed to do it here. Maybe I needed to do it on the second statement. Maybe that's it. Phoenix drinks grape juice. Remember Apollo Justice? No, I've never played Apollo Justice. What? What do you mean, remember Apollo Justice? I've never played that. What do you mean? What do you mean, remember? Are you inventing a memory? Did you... I don't know that one. Maybe it's here. Maybe? Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. That's the Shishichito. But I don't know if this is the contradiction. Unless we want to look at his head. Like, do you have a giant lump on your head? Darkness swallowed me before I could land a strike. When I awoke, he was gone. "30 minutes later, he used an emergency phone to notify the police." Does that check out? Were the police notified at about 1:30? I think that's right. I don't think that's a lie. I think I remember Gumshoe maybe mentioning that at the scene of the crime. That I don't think is a lie. Emblem is top secret. The warehouse camera went off once at around 1 a.m. Yeah, and we have that photo. Right. DeMasque knocked at me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Maybe it's... Again, I'm just trying to figure out what the game wants me to do. Clearly, if at 1 a.m. DeMasque is coming out of the warehouse holding a box, and then he has to somehow also sneak up and bash at me over the head with a sword, it just seems like a lot to have to do, right? It just seems like that's not what happened. I thought you had. That's why I always, well, that's not the reason why, but that's one of the reasons why it's like, yeah, I try to tell people to limit what games you guys talk about in chat. When we're in the chatting section of the stream, we can chat about whatever. But when I'm in a game, that's one of the reasons why it's like, you kind of want to limit yourself to just talking about only the game I'm playing, because I don't know anything about Apollo Justice, so you don't want to accidentally spoil me for a whole different game in the future. That would be annoying. I don't think you did. I don't know what the quotations grape juice means yet, because again, I've never played Apollo Justice. But doesn't Apollo Justice happen after the trilogy? When did this is a question though, when does Apollo Justice, the game, originally come out? Because I'm playing the remastered trilogy, but I don't know when the games originally came out. Did Apollo Justice come out like between 2 and 3 or something? Because I actually don't know. I don't know the timeline. And you would probably know better than I do. Photo of storeroom entrance taken by the camera on the night of the crime. At least talking about Apollo Justice is at least in universe. At least. Photo of storeroom entrance. Is there anything else in the photo that I need right now? It's just the paint thing. Paint and box, right. Do you think here's a crazy idea. Do you think Luke straight up wasn't here? I'm just now realizing. So like here, listen, we've got a box that had to be here at some point in time. We actually found a box with the dried paint on it. And I think it's a different box than this one. I think there's 2 different boxes. That's my current theory. Do you think Luke came and took this box and went to KB security? Because Luke is the one that was being blackmailed. And Luke was actually being blackmailed by Ron. So Ron gets the box and urn from Luke. Maybe Luke returns to the scene of the crime and sets it up to look like he was bashed over the head, but in fact he actually wasn't here at all. Because at 1 a.m. he was actually over at KB security the whole time. Like Luke straight up just wasn't here. Because he was at KB security handing over his blackmail stuff. And that's how he knows Ron has the blackmail note, because maybe Ron was the one blackmailing Luke? Would that be crazy? Comes out after, it's game 4. If it's game 4, then yeah, why did you think I'd played it before? That's my contradiction. Objection! Contradiction, Your Honor. You thought I played a game that comes after this game that I'm playing, and you know I'm playing this game for the first time. Contradiction! Anyway. I'm just giving you a hard time. Cause I didn't know when the games come out. Cause there's, what are the games? There's Phoenix Wright, there's, Apollo Justice. And then isn't there like another one too? Isn't there like another guy that's like back in time? Or is that the Apollo Justice one? Isn't there one that's like back in time? I'd have to look it up. I don't know, there's a lot of games. Written with a fountain pen, found in Ron's room. That's the Great Ace Attorney? Okay. That one doesn't have the person's name on it. That explains why I can't think of a name. Because I'm sure the timeline gets complicated. Because this is Ron's wallet that was found at security at 1 a.m. That's why we're thinking that the guy in this photo is very likely not Ron. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem likely. What if there's 3 DeMasques? That would be crazy. That would be so crazy. This one is hard. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone. Yeah, I don't think I have anything against that. That's fine. Okay, so I'm thinking... I'm thinking I might just try the photo again, the crime scene photo. Last time I did on here and I was wrong, but maybe I needed to do it here. Maybe. I've got full health this time. I'll give it a shot.
Objection!
No, it's not. So I think it's probably just straight up not that item. I'm willing to take one hit. This one is hard. It's not something dumb like, you know, just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my head. It's not like I'm supposed to do this shishishito here. It's not a contradiction. This is just what he got hit with. I'm not supposed to do this, right? I've been avoiding this because this is just what happened. Allegedly. But maybe I should, just to get us to bring it up? Maybe. You took a hit, but you won't take a hint, right? I'm being silly. Stretch. Big stretch. I need to stop shrimping when I sit. I need to sit up straight. I say out loud, and then I don't sit up straight. If I sit up straight, look at how much taller I get. Look at how much taller I am if I actually just sit up straight. Meanwhile, I'm like... I'm all the way down here. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me sit up a little bit. Move my leg. There we go. And he grew 6 inches that day just by not shrimping in his chair. I don't know. Am I too tall? How much leeway do I have? I got leeway. This is hard. I don't think there's a contradiction about the darkness swallowed me whole. I think he might be lying, but I don't think I have anything to prove it. And I don't have anything on the 30 minutes, so I'm gonna. I don't know. This seems like a bad idea. I want to try this. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I knew it was a bad. I'm swinging wild. Ah! I'm swinging wild. I hate it when I swing wild. I don't know. Like I know what I want to say. I think his 1 o'clock thing doesn't line up. I think his 1 o'clock doesn't line up. I know what I want to say, but what does the game want from me? The badge doesn't seem to help me. This is not the time for the Magatama. I can't imagine how the poster helps us here. Yeah, I can't imagine how that would help. Statue of the founder of the Korean channeling technique moved the night of the crime. I don't see how that helps me here with anything he said. He didn't mention anything about it moving. This is just the urn. This is the heist. This was sent before the heist even happened, so I don't see how that helps me here. Maybe I need to use the data? The 1 a.m. data? Instead of the photo? I was using the photo, but maybe I need to use the data. Is that it? Do I just need to use the data instead of the photo? Was I right, but it's just the wrong item? Was I right? That would be kind of annoying to me. But it could be. It actually could be, because the text doesn't say anything about 1 a.m. here, but the text says 1 a.m. here. Is that it? Did I just do the wrong item? Ooh, I bet. Because we're not at the point where the blackmail's gonna come up yet, or the wallet, or the key card. Oh, it's gotta be. Was I right? But it's the data. What do you guys think? I've already taken 2 hits. Is it the data? Ace rhetorical question asker. I ask a lot of rhetorical questions, you're absolutely right. But now I'm gonna ask for real. Do you guys know? Do you guys think that actually, did I just do it? You don't know. I would try it. I just don't want to take like another 4 points of damage being dumb. Is it the camera data at 1 o'clock? Because I'm really stuck on this 1 o'clock thing. And I don't know if I'm just way off. Is it the camera data at 1 o'clock? I don't want to hint. I want you to answer my question. No? Okay. Okay. So I'm wrong. So it's not that. Okay. Well, ball sacks. All right. Well, what am I supposed to do now, Scoob? I don't have any clues. What's Velma gonna think if I go back to the gang without any clues? I don't know. Rate my Shaggy impression. Rate my Shaggy. What do we do now, Scoob? Ruh-roh. That counts as a spoiler, you're banned. It doesn't count as a spoiler if I asked for it. If I ask to be spoiled, you don't get punished. Okay. I gotta lean back at my I gotta lean back. I gotta read your full message. Why? Just because I didn't say it out loud. What does college have to do about it? Do with it? You're making an iCarly reference? Oh, I don't know you guys gotta stop making references of things that I don't know. I did, okay, at least, yeah, Comfy Manmo. I did watch some iCarly back in the day. So actually, at least I know that one. I know that better than I know, Apollo Justice, that I haven't played before. I do know it better than that, but I didn't watch like every episode. I'm not like what about me looks like a mega iCarly fan? Do I have iCarly merchandise behind me? Wait, why would that be the obvious reference? I'll bite. All right, what's your clue? I'll bite. What's your clue, Corjan? What's your clue? Make it a good clue. Don't make it too obvious. Rue the day. The beard is the evidence. So only bearded people watch iCarly. You are grounded for till college is one of the best lines in sitcoms. Well, apparently in your opinion. I don't think I've ever heard it. The lie Atme is telling is that he was unable to fight back. But if that were true, then something we have shouldn't exist. Unless he has another explanation. What, the sword? Yeah, I was way off base. The lies that he couldn't fight back. But if that were true, something we have shouldn't exist. Something we have? What do we have? Because we don't have the urn. That's missing. The Shishito is around, but I thought the current theory is that Mask hit at me, so that should still be here, right? Oh, the brooch? If the brooch was at the crime scene and it was ripped off clothing, then the argument is that maybe Atme ripped the brooch off in a scuffle. Oh, is that what we're talking? Oh! Interesting. Okay. Okay, that would make sense. It must be the brooch. Gotta be the brooch. I thought, because the brooch is new, we didn't find it at the scene of the crime. I thought maybe that the brooch got snagged on something. Because we know the statue moved, we know the sword is there. I thought the brooch just got snagged on something and ripped off while, I keep forgetting everyone's name. I keep forgetting them. While Mask was sneaking in or something. I assumed this was left behind, ripped off, whatever. I didn't think it was done in the scuffle. I just quietly assumed that. But we don't know that. It's gotta be. Okay. Which statement was that? Darkness swallowed me before I could swing a strike. Okay.
Objection!
Yeah, that's sneaky. That's so sneaky. Mr. Atme. Mr. Atme. Mr., but I barely know her. Could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Your special eyes. My brand. Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, DeMasque. It is, in point of fact, DeMasque's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. That's the problem with using my right hand. That's my mouse hand. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. I'm gonna take my ring off, actually. I'm just gonna take it off. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. To be fair, we don't know that he struggled with Luke, but sure. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night, you, Detective Atme. Skirt! Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No. Wait just a moment, Sir Old-Timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home.
I just remembered, Your Honor. Yeah, I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately.
The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? Well, I'm very thorough, Maya. I work very hard on that case. You talk too much. Silence, wench! Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on, that's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules.
Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, agree completely.
Witness testimony, fight with the thief.
Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated.
This cannot read on an emotional level. Discombobulate.
Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam! And that's all she wrote.
Is that just the same testimony? You just repeated your... Okay. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of DeMasque?
Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind.
During his third crime? Oh, I'm sorry. I must have blacked out or something. What are we talking about?
It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak.
Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Cross-examination. Fight with the thief.
Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment.
So why did you look away from the door anyway? Can you imagine though? Like this is, like we're gonna ask this. Like, you know, why? What happened in that brief moment? It makes sense to ask, but can you imagine him just actually standing there in the warehouse staring at the door for hours, just waiting, like never looking away, just staring?
In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well.
Did you now? This is the first I'm hearing of other sensors.
The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data.
Uh-huh.
That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course.
So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer? What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? Yeah, I wanna know about the sensor. What sensor? What kind of sensors are you talking about?
There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them.
That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours?
Lordly Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well.
In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? But Lordly Taylor could have. Yeah.
Hee 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 hee. Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, sir lawyer? However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated.
What does that mean, discombobulated? Young people these days, they really irritate me. Okay, Judge, calm down. I'm just asking about a word. I know what it means, but... They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. No cat for real, for real. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was I saying? My brain seems to have rotted. 6'7", dab on the haters. I just want to see Judge. I know the dabbing is old now, but I just want to see the Judge do all of the the new slang stuff. Geez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. I feel called out. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony.
Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless.
Yeah, so much for being not easily discombobulated. What do you mean by weapon from the side?
Naturally, that thief had no idea that I, Luke Atme, was hiding in that area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse.
I'm glad you mentioned that it was standing next to the door, because it has been moved. That I don't think checks out. Something about that is wrong. Because, right? Something about that? Right, Shirley? Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch?
Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp.
Okay, so he is talking about the Shishishito.
So the thief armed himself with a sword, and what about yourself, witness? A true gentleman fights only with his own fists. I'm a real pugilist.
There's a more difficult word than discombobulated. Pugilist. That's right, it's like a fist boxer.
But they were not enough.
Like no gloves. No gloves. All bare knuckle brawling, baby.
His first blow. Oh wait, I needed to press that. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists.
Like that ring that you've got there. If you punched him with that ring, that would probably hurt like crazy. You have that much faith in your own fighting abilities?
But of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club.
I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. Second place is pretty good.
However, my opponent in this ring this time was my arch nemesis, DeMasque.
This guy's a real piece of work.
His first blow struck true, bam! And that's all she wrote.
Can you tell us a little more about what happened?
My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. You might say he was Fergalicious.
Powericious?
He assumed the at-me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me.
A flash of light? What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? Yeah, about the light. You were blinded? Blinded by the light. Ripped up like a... yeah, I want to know more about that in the fighting style. So what was this flash of light that blinded you?
I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman.
The statue of Ami Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. But it's curious, like what would cause it to be all flashy? Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This Luke Atme guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I don't know. I have theories. They're a little tinfoil hatty, they're a little crazy, but I have theories. I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Okay. He looked away for a moment to go to the computer. However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights with only his fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. I feel like maybe this part's not true. I'm not sure. I'm still really hooked on this photo. Like, you know what I mean? Like where the statue would have been pushed back up here to the north, but we found the sword on the like left side of the room, didn't we? Didn't we find it on the wrong side of the room for that to make sense? Just what with the paint, the statue moving and everything? I don't know. I mean, I guess the sword would have needed to be by the computer. So I guess the sword makes sense, but again, why did the statue move? That's the part I can't figure out. Yeah, moved the night of the crime. Why did it move? Flash of light. Am I forgetting anything else over here? We did the brooch to get here, so I don't think it's the brooch. I can't think of another way that the brooch would make sense here. Striking the pose doesn't mean anything, I don't think. I don't think we're ready for these yet. Or the blackmail letter. I'm trying to narrow down what items I might be able to actually use and make sense. I think the security camera photo is a possibility. The shishito is a possibility. What about the computer? I don't have a computer as an item though. I don't really even have a picture of the crime scene except for this one. I can't even see I can't see the computer from here. I don't think the calling card is helpful here. Unless you mean he doesn't have a statement about the computer here. I think it would have been here. This is the statement that leads to the computer conversation. We have a couple of things that we can press where we had other options. Maybe we should go through those other options too. About the computer. So did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well?
Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specially designed by me, Luke Atme.
Oh, you design programs now as well all of a sudden, detective? In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. Yeah.
What's wrong, sir lawyer?
Interesting. And then we can ask about his fighting technique as well. Which one was the fighting technique? I think it was this one, right? Didn't we have an option to ask? We had an option to ask him about that somewhere, didn't we? Yeah, there it is. Tell me about the Atme fighting style. What is this Atme fighting style?
I'm sorry, that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you.
So he didn't sneak up on you? Is that what you're trying to say? That's it? That's the Atme fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? Wow, that would, like, if his whole thing is that he keeps his back to the wall, he couldn't have got snuck up on. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. We better find a wall. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. I'm not gonna do anything to you, Judge. Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay. I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. Uh-huh. I'm gonna press him first. Where is this third eye you're talking about? Right in the noggin, right? I don't see a bump on your head. Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Sir Lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. So Mr. Atme got hit on the forehead then? That's what he says. I've got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This Luke Atme guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened last night and about the true nature of this detective. We've already read all that before. Grab the weapon from the side. I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. Can we that's gotta be the thing that we've gotta contradict. What wall? Where? Maybe he tried to put his back against the golden statue and tripped backwards because it's not a wall. Like, where were you? Well, no, he was standing by the computer. I'm trying to remember what the crime scene looked like, but like, is there something weird about standing against the wall over there? Other than there's the booth has an opening, so there wouldn't have been a wall for his back if he was next to the window part. You know what I'm saying? Oh, DeMasque knocked Atme out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Well, there it is. Well, that seems contradictory, doesn't it? Well, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Detective Atme, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun is this, sir lawyer? It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. It wouldn't be the first time you've crossed swords lately, huh? Shing! And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. Don't talk about your feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with his gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the third eye. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. Ugh, it seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atme, you're lucky no one ever gets caught for perjury in this courthouse. That's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the I don't have any paper in front of me, hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Ugh. I don't like how the water drips from his nose. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong.
Objection!
Whoa! That's the first time we've heard Godot say objection. He sounds like a narrator for like a fighting game. Round one. That was sick. To err is human. To forgive, divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate. And yes, they even make mistakes.
Objection!
Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Whoa! That coffee really was black. Like, that wasn't like brown black, that was like black. You know what I'm saying? That was that was tar coffee. He's drinking tar. Not even my coffee looks that black. It looks black, but not that black. Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. Oh, I spilled. Or squid ink. I completely missed my mouth somehow. How did I do that? It was like in my mouth. What did I do? I made a mess. I'm all wet now. Sword, he only needs his nose. I think you're behind again. Ooh, it's going dark. This is it. Is this it? Is this the end? This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Mr. Atme is no ace detective. This Mr. Atme is a fake. Mr. Atme is mask to mask. Oh, buddy. Any one of these could be true. Which one are we actually trying to assert? Really? It's only for one hit. I think it's not the he's no ace detective thing. Well, it could be, but like, I don't think it's that. I think he's hiding something because he's in some kind of trouble. I feel like the is no ace detective and is a fake. I feel like these are basically the same thing. So do we go all in? Do we go all in for the crazy? Do we go all crazy sauce? I think Mr. Atme is mask to mask. Why not? Let's find out. Let's do it. Oh my God, is that it? The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. But of course, there's only one explanation. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually mask to mask. Yeah, look at him, look at his face. He's like, what? Yeah. Order in the court, Mr. Wright. What is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh please, the explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are in fact mask to mask. But Mr. Wright, there's no way his nose would fit inside. Wait, where's that photo? There's no way his nose could possibly fit inside that mask. The mask is too close to his face. He'd have to remove his nose. Is he gonna have a removable nose? I'm gonna lose my mind. But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows mask to mask. This security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief? There is a bit of a hang-up. It still doesn't explain how he lost the brooch. He still would have had to get into a scuffle with somebody somehow, right? Is this true, witness? Yeah. DeMasqueMo is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, Sir Lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assumed that... Whoa, waste of coffee. Well, now the coffee looks brown again, at least. It's not squid ink. He threw a mug at me.
Godot blend number 102, my personal favorite.
Look at us.
Mr. Godot! The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true.
But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points and... Is that coffee like not hot? I am shocked. He's stunned. I'm stunned right now. My face is scalded. That's gonna be a lawsuit, Mr. Godot. I'll see you in court after this.
I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of a whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face.
Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have, quickly. Well, could someone get me a towel first, please? Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Big Rush, that was a band. Yeah, Big Rush, yeah, Big Rush, wasn't that a big time rush? What's the big time rush, Your Honor? Your Honor, are you a fan of Big Time Rush? Do they still perform? I haven't thought about them in a long time. Are you all right, Nick? Atme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. But can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact DeMasque. The blackmail? It's a long shot. Because we found this in Ron's room, so it's not actually connected to Atme yet. But I feel like it's gonna. So I don't know if that's appropriate to swing with that right now. What about the bag? We don't know what was in the bag though. So maybe we can't yet. We never got into the bag. And that's what I was checking, because I could totally see this, it's yet to be found. That's why I was looking at my things. I'm like, is there anything here that makes sense right now? And I'm kind of thinking, no. I mean, there's no way we're gonna finish this trial in one go. We're gonna have to have a second round of investigation. Yeah, I just don't think the Ron stuff, I don't think now is the time to do the blackmail letter. I bet we're going to get this connected to Atme. I don't think so yet. It's written with a fountain pen. So if we find a fountain pen with somebody, we can figure out who wrote it. Like if we find it matches one of Ron's pens, for example, then we know it wasn't actually addressed to Ron. It was written by him, just as an example. So if we find some more evidence there, that might be what we need. I don't think the storeroom photo helps because the character is in a mask. That doesn't help. Calling card sent for the heist. Doesn't actually prove that it was Atme. Atme held on. Wait, who held on to it? I think Adrian held on to it at Atme's request. Right? Yeah, I think so. Sacred Urn. I'm gonna go with no. Has yet to be found. I don't think we have anything. Proof? Of course I got nothing.
Huh, just what I thought.
Sometimes they try to trick you like this. They want you to do something, but there's nothing to do.
A man has to hold his head up high, no matter how bad things get after all.
Ugh.
I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion.
This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? No. No. Don't be so gloom and doom. We're not done yet. We got lots to do still. I'm sure the game has only just begun. So, you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all.
It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, then...
There it is. I was waiting for it. Who was it? Who called the sudden hold it? I knew it was gonna happen. It was all gloom and doom. Everyone was giving up. No one had anything to say. I knew it was gonna be a hold it moment. I was waiting for it. It's Desiree! Of course it would be Desiree. She can't let Ronnie go to jail.
Who are you?
What did I do for you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Miss Delight, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. Speaking of the bag, speaking of the devil.
You mean that bag?
No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, that appears to be the sacred urn with paint all over, pink paint like we found at the scene of the crime. What was the urn doing outside of its box?
That's...
the sacred urn! Nick, it's the urn!
Order! You, madame! That urn, where did you find it?
You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective Luke Atme. You see, I committed a little bit of breaking and entering. That urn looks very different. It's got paint on it.
Oh, Desi, you're the best!
Sacred urn. Wait a minute, it's been rearranged! Now wait just a cotton picking minute. It's been rearranged to Ami. It was supposed to say I am. I think someone re-broke it. Because it's got the paint all over. I think someone took it out of the box, dropped it, broke it, and then someone put it back together. And they put it back together because they knew it belonged to Ami. I don't know how that helps us, but that's what's happened, right? Hey, everything, welcome to the stream. Hey, Sammy, hey, welcome to the stream.
Moo.
Okay, that is true. It has been re-put back together. Do you think the pink was paint or like glue? I think it's paint. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one.
Ha, pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct?
Yes, what about it?
Ha, another coffee. How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring.
What are you insinuating?
As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere, including the office of the good detective here.
I can corroborate. I also saw the bag at the detective's. I don't have proof that that's where I found it, but that's where I found it. Your buddy Andy was super into this game. Do you love it as well? I've been enjoying it. It is often very frustrating. Sometimes connecting the dots. The logic sometimes is really crazy. Sometimes it's really hard. Whoopsie. Sometimes it's really difficult. That's different. Sometimes it's also really crazy and you're like, what? But I mean, what are you gonna do?
So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it.
What? I just brought it here from the detective's office.
Please, madam, this town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to.
You're wrong. I would never do such a thing.
I've made her voice more and more southern tinged the longer this goes. She was not southern when I started this, and now we're slipping southern. Ms. Delight,
Please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people.
there must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. I could testify about what I saw. Show fingerprints on the urn. We don't know that there's fingerprints on the urn. And DeMasque usually wears gloves. I can't prove anything yet. I could testify about it as well. Maybe we should do that. I think we should do that because we did see it. I think it would be weird to not corroborate. It would be weird for Desiree to show up, basically save us from losing this whole thing, and then just stay silent. That would be weird, right? Godot's the same name in Japanese and English. Does it mean anything different in Japanese? I don't know what Godot, I don't know where Godot comes from. Is it French? I don't know. I'll testify. Let's do it. I don't see a reason not to. I mean, I'm probably just gonna be called a liar. Like everything that Godot said, he's just gonna say about me probably, but at least I'm a lawyer. I'm not just the wife of the suspect.
What's wrong? Isn't your job to come up with something to say?
Nick, come on, it should be easy to prove. After all, we checked out that bag, didn't we?
You're right. I remember doing that. Whatever was in there, it was hard and round and smooth.
Yes, it must have been the urn. It must have.
That does match the description. Yeah. But I never actually saw it with my own eyes. True, that's also true. All I can do is testify to what I felt, but I don't know what it was. Atme walked in just when I was about to have a look at it. So even if it was the urn in there, I can't testify that it was. But I can testify about the bag. I can testify that the bag was there. I don't know.
You're right.
Huh. It looks like I was wrong about you, Mr. Trite. In this town overflowing with lies, there's still a single flickering candle of truth.
Nicky boy.
Well, it's true that I never actually saw the urn, but maybe I can still testify about it from another angle.
What about it, Mr. Wright? Have you given up yet?
There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Okay, so we circled back around. We could try the fingerprints! It might not have Atme's fingerprints on it or whatever, but they would have my fingerprints on it because I got my grubby hands all over it. Ow, I hurt my finger trying to snap. There we go. We could do that. Yeah, I know Godot is a programming software, but that's not the, is that the only thing it is? It's gotta come from somewhere else too, right? Godot refers to the play Waiting for Godot. See, okay, that's what I'm talking about. See, I don't know anything about a play. Yeah, I don't know the play. I do know the word Godot from the gaming engine. That's what I know it from, but I assumed they didn't invent the word. I just never looked it up. But anyway, fingerprints! I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it. Not the masks, not Atme's, not anybody's. Mine.
Fingerprints, huh? Oh, come now.
Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed.
Indeed.
May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place.
He's wearing gloves.
In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything.
What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. No. Push. Keep pushing. Nick, what are you going to do now?
I've come too far to turn back now.
Atme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints.
Us, we did that.
Bam! The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn.
It's me! Take that and rewind it back! So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway?
Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute, we can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kinda hard and smooth.
Well, hello there.
Well, hello there. I didn't realize he was Obi-Wan Kenobi. I lost his name for a second. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, hello there. Finally, our own picture is relevant, right? What a beautiful moment it is. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside.
What? You touched it?
Gross. And I remember it very fondly. I mean, very well. It was smooth and hard.
Well, that was just...
Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office.
Objection.
Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it?
Well, it's been missing until now. When else would I have gotten my grubby hands on it? Of course it does.
What did you say?
It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I don't remember what voice I gave. I don't remember. What was her voice? I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. I actually did forget that. I forgot that. Good remembery. Not good memory, not good remembering. Good remembery, Phoenix, right? And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency.
Huh, this blend, Godot blend number 107. I've decided it's a little too bitter after all.
You're smoking. Your advisor's smoking. That seems dangerous. Smoking. You're smoking, Godot.
Order, order, order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and...
Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that.
No need, you say?
Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn.
What are you saying?
Yes, I've finally broken him down. That or he came up with some other defense. Shing. He's got a lot of Spampton energy.
Wow, look at his eye. Whoa. Take a good look, everyone.
He's losing it. He's losing his mind.
Unable to find a rival worthy.
Dude, is this the... Actually, he does have Spampton energy. Isn't this the exact same voice I gave Spampton when we played Deltarune? The long nose, the like different color eye situation going on. I mean, this isn't different colors, but it's a monocle and an eye. You know what I mean? What? You can't recall? I think it is though. I need to go back.
Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
This guy's nuttier than a fruitcake.
You see, it was all me all along. I am the one and only DeMasque. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance.
He explodes. Is he gonna actually, that's an actual confession? Are we about to win this thing? No investigation part 2? Ron just walks free? Really?
Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atme's condition?
I guess we took him away.
He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be.
Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. Sorry, Godot, I had to be your first prosecution and your first loss, but you know, some of us are ace lawyers. What can I say? Hey, some of us are ace attorneys, you might say. You beat him! I'm waiting for there to be a twist. Is there gonna be a twist? What's the twist? Ron's gonna be like, no, I'm the real DeMasque. I refuse.
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief.
Again, like, to be fair, like, Ron, in his home, he's got the calling card emblem on his hot air balloon. And no one's supposed to know about it, so... There is still something suspicious about all of this. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. He looks pretty sad about it. He's gone cuckoo. Do you think he's gonna pretend to be his arch? Do you think? Because we still, look, this can't be it. This cannot be settled. We still have the blackmail letter. What if Atme is being blackmailed and he doesn't see a way of getting out of this, but if he's in jail, whoever's blackmailing him can't get him. So maybe instead of losing to his arch nemesis and hurting his pride and ego, he claims to be his arch nemesis, because his arch nemesis can't beat him if he is him, right? And then he also gets the advantage of escaping whoever's blackmailing him. Oh, it is crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I think there's more. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. Oh, we'll see. I don't think we're done here.
The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight.
Hold it! Who's holding it? I knew it. I knew Ron was gonna say hold it. I knew it. I knew he wasn't gonna stand there and be besmirched. You're wrong.
Wrong, I tell you.
I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening.
The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please.
Do you think he is also maybe trying to avoid someone is avoiding the blackmail. Maybe he's avoiding the blackmail because he's really adamant about getting sent to jail as well. Someone, I don't know. We'll piece it together. We got to figure out who's blackmailing who. Everyone's dead silent, but I was expecting this.
I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is.
He said the thing. He said kangaroo court. But
Objection!
The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass, Judge.
What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you.
Oh, Godot's gonna take advantage of this.
Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ha! Hey there, Mr. Thief. Hey there, good looking. What you got cooking?
Yes, sir.
If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean.
If you are DeMasque, then prove it. That's what it means.
Yes, sir. I'd be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick.
It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy.
Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man.
I know that. I won't fail, I swear.
Okay then, talk. We're all listening.
Oh, well, let's all have a listen to this confession. Witness testimony, MagicManMo's identity.
The truth is, I've been MagicManMo all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually MagicManMo, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime.
That's the words that, Atme used.
Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me.
To be fair, the uniform he's literally wearing right now is a uniform missing the brooch. Right?
Gulp. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off, that's all.
That's crazy. Because that's what I assumed happened to the brooch. But then we had to use the brooch as evidence that Atme got into a scuffle. Which makes me think that Atme is the one being blackmailed. Because when we brought up the brooch, he's like, oh, I would have I got into a fight, blah, 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 or whatever. I don't think there was a fight. I think the reason Atme didn't know about the brooch and didn't know about all the rest of it is because he was at KB security trying to pay off his blackmailer. That's just my theory. I don't think Atme was even physically here. Okay, we'll continue though. Basically, I'm saying that Atme might be a thief. He's just not DeMasque.
I don't like the direction this trial has taken.
But this is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway.
Huh. You're doing great.
Oh, stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me.
Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, all right? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too.
Wait, what promise? What did you promise? Wait, what? What promise?
I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true DeMasque.
Uh-huh. When did you make this little promise with Ron?
Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best.
What's going on between you two? Ron was all like, with Godot. What's going on here? What? They seem awfully chummy.
All right, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination.
Here we go. Cross-examination, DeMasque's identity.
The truth is, I've been DeMasque all along.
You may think you're the real DeMasque, but your wife thinks you're delusional.
I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I've got my reasons.
With the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it?
Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose.
What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. I think there might be 3 DeMasques. You have Atme claiming to be DeMasque. You have Ron claiming to be DeMasque. And I think Desi's the real Mask DeMasque. And maybe Ron is actually not a super fan. Well, he might be a super fan because he's a fan of his wife, don't get me wrong. But maybe Ron isn't just a super fan. Maybe he's trying to protect his wife. He goes to jail for being Mask DeMasque. He gets to have the glamour, the glory, the crazy whatever. Oh, I'm living a life. I'm Mask DeMasque. Meanwhile, his wife is the real one, and then she'll probably like break him out of jail or something. Like that'll be her grand 6th heist, is breaking Ron out of jail, and they'll ride into the sunset. Could someone wake us up from this bizarro world? I'm coming up with all kinds of bizarro theories. I'm here for it. We are gonna press harder. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. Well, she doesn't, but I don't know if she's telling the truth or lying about that, regardless. And second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals. If that's the case, then why did you ever start thieving to begin with? Also, she doesn't detest criminals. She literally was getting a speeding ticket the night of the crime. Where was she speeding off to so quickly, I wonder? Anyway. Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. This is the part that is going to make sense. There's no way Ron actually makes enough money as a security guard. If that is all he is a security guard. If he makes nearly enough money to pay off her shopping habits. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Desi-holic. Yeah, you're also supposedly a DeMasque-aholic. So I'm just seeing parallels here. I'm just saying. So you do have a complicated family situation after all. All right, that's enough. Please continue with your testimony, I beg of you. That's really funny coming from Phoenix, being all like, bleh, cooties, bleh, talking about people you love in court on the stand, bleh. Meanwhile, literally episode 1 of this game, Phoenix Wright was the one protecting, what was her name? Dahlia was the one on the stand protecting Dahlia. She's the love of my life. She could do no wrong. Oh, I love Dahlia. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Mask DeMasque, can you? I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real Mask DeMasque and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Someone complaining about doing hard work just doesn't feel like a master thief type of energy, right? Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim for a change? Come on, Nick, you know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be Mask DeMasque. Well, I guess if you had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? For the time being, maybe I need to shift strategy. I should try to show that Mr. Delight couldn't have stolen the urn. Okay. Anyway, I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. You've got no alibi? I've been a judge for a long time, and this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about not having an alibi. But I tell you, I was in Lordly Taylor that night. No, that's too vague, even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse. Hold on. What is it, Nick? Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened anyway? If we can prove he had an alibi after all, this case will be a piece of cake. It's probably the wallet. I do have an issue with the wallet being the alibi because Larry finds the wallet at about 1. But it could have been there for a while. We don't know what Ron's shift was. He could have left it there at 12:30, 12, 11. We don't know how long it was there. Unless Larry said something like, Ron had just left and then I found the wallet. Maybe Larry said that and I'm not remembering it. But I think that what we're going to use is the wallet. Well, you're right, but...
Ha! You think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the... coffee.
Well, I think maybe I can.
Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi?
I think so. I have the evidence! Or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie?
Oh, I've never seen you this angry before.
Angry? I thought I looked more confident.
I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic.
I don't look angry, I look confident. Don't get mad at me just because I got RBF. I thought it was more, that's what I was saying. I thought it was more confident than angry. I love it when I share the same brain cells with the protagonist in a game. Oh, I love that. It's so funny.
Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show to this court evidence that proves where your client was on the night of the crime.
It's gotta be the wallet, bro. It's gotta be. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct?
Ah, yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away.
No, you don't understand. This is an important piece. Hello? My phone made a noise. That was weird. Don't explode on me. You don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence.
Evidence?
Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet?
Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime.
But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. Okay, and she could maybe corroborate that? This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters.
What? Surely you're not serious.
Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night. No! So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, possibly being blackmailed, possibly being the blackmailer, I'm still not convinced. Then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry anyway. I knew I'd heard that somewhere. I knew there was like a 30-minute or hour drive. I knew I heard that somewhere.
Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee! Come on, Mr. Thief, don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong.
You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. What is happening here? What is the relationship? All right, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. For you, Godot, mi amor. What is happening here? He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. That's not the vibe I'm picking up, but whatever. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security's CEO's office. I'm surprised they didn't make me have to pull this, but okay. No!
Ha! That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing.
What? What would that be?
Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway?
That's where the blackmail letter is gonna come up. I'm not convinced entirely of what's going on with it, but we did find it in Ron's house.
Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all.
The issue that I have with the blackmail being evidence is that the reason we found it is because Atme knew it would be there. And now that Atme's gone off the deep end and is claiming to be Mask, it's just so, like, weird. Like, what's going on? Grr, this stupid kid. Kid? How old is Atme again?
Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night. Oopsie, it was over there.
Take that. Rewind back. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? Yeah, that's...
What is it?
A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents.
Blackmail?
Yes. Basically, it says bring $50,000.
That certainly sounds like blackmail, all right.
At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime.
No, no, no!
How's he shouting no while drinking at the same time? Is he a puppeteer?
Order, order, order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense.
Objection!
You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more.
What are you trying to say?
You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate the CEO at all?
Huh? Well, no, I guess not. I haven't had the opportunity yet.
Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof, I'm not sure what I think of that.
Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you.
Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright.
Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite?
There is someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the key card was used at 1 a.m. that night. And that's our good friend Larry the Butts.
Who is this useless looking man?
You don't remember, Judge? He's been here before. You don't remember him, Your Honor? That's what I said.
Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat.
It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night.
Oh?
The question at hand is this key card.
Yep, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when.
As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data.
Blah!
That's a new one.
Blah!
And so?
Well, Mr. Godot. The name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard.
Hey, that's the KB.
I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the key card data here.
Can you imagine if the reason we can't contact him directly is that we find out he's been murdered? Can you imagine if this case just blows up into a full-blown murder case?
So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime.
Wouldn't it technically be the morning after the crime? No, the crime happened at 1. So yeah, the morning of the crime. Keycard updated in the court record. CEO office keycard found in Ron's wallet, used on October 12th. Right, the night of the crime at 1 a.m. The night of the crime, the morning of the crime. It's a little confusing.
But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Mask DeMasque in this photo. Aha! It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe.
It's not. So then.
Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Securities CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit to that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Mask DeMasque.
Good job, you did it, Nick!
That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent man. I feel like I said that already. Besmirching him with the title of thief. I feel a deja vu all over again.
What's wrong, Your Honor?
I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections?
No, Your Honor. It's definitely over for real. I'm not convinced it's over for real. There's still something wacky going on here. There's still the case of the red diamond. There's still the case of whoever put the urn back together. There's the case of the blackmail, like who's the blackmailer? Is it the CEO? Is it someone else? But maybe that'll show up in episode 3. Maybe this episode's, I don't know.
Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight,
not guilty. Oh, we got the verdict and the confetti.
Court is now adjourned.
Get the not guilty, get paid. Drinks are on me. Let's go. October 13, 2:24 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 4. Nick, you did it. You were right after all. Of course, I'm always right, baby. Baby, I'm always right. Can you imagine if that's how Phoenix talked to Maya? Of course I'm right, baby. Baby, I'm always right. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy. Oh, Ms. Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. With money. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Ms. Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Oh. Being thanked by such a pretty girl. I don't know. Does Phoenix have the hots for Desiree all of a sudden? I better watch myself. Maybe Ronnie will go fisticuffs with me. Congratulations, Mr. Nick! Oh, pearls! I've got a bad feeling about this. Wait, why? Why do I have a bad feeling? Why do I have a bad feeling about? Why am I getting a Star Wars style bad feeling about this? Han, what's going on? Who is this woman? Oh, it's because is it because I'm blushing in front of Ms. Delight and Pearl's, shipping Phoenix and Maya? I see what's going down. Get her, Pearl, get her! Or get Phoenix, get somebody. Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? I got slapped. You should be ashamed of yourself. How could she reach me? She's like so short. Youch! She slapped me. Youch! Pearly? This woman is Ms. Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick, after a married woman! Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. No, you've got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you. That's the second time I've heard her say that. Ow, a double slap. Whack, whack. With those little hands, they got small surface area. That means the pressure is even higher. They're sharp. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. I don't know. I don't think so, but you're so right. And it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. But actually, it was you, Ms. Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is...
Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo?
Amigo? I'm an amigo now? I'm not Mr. Trite? I'm amigo now? Is that what's going on? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here?
Oh, come on. I just came here to shark you. To drop all the sharks upon your head, such that you may be cursed by sharks for the rest of your remaining days.
Oh yeah, he's Spanish? He's Spanish? He's Espanol?
I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite.
What is that smirk? What is that? What is going on here, Godot? Godot doesn't feel like a Spanish name. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me Buddy.
Well, playtime is over.
Huh?
Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered.
What did I just say? What did I just say? I literally said, what if the reason Kane couldn't be contacted is because he's dead and this is about to be blown open? Oh my God, for real. Was Kane the one blackmailing Ron or whoever? Or is there something else going on here? Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, but body?
The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th.
That means Ron's alibi is, 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean...
That's right, amigo. At the same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered.
Is that why Ronnie was desperate to be the mask? So that he could avoid the murder charge? He can't have murdered the CEO if he was too busy stealing an urn. It all makes sense. It all makes sense! So then, what are you doing here?
Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today?
Helped me out? What?
On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage.
What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Brood, brew.
Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard.
An employee of KB Security?
It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi.
Anti-alibi, anti-alibi, anti-alibi. It rhymes. No way!
He can't be the thief
because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred.
No, that's a lie. It can't be true. No, oh, but I am a thief, I tell you.
He might be right. He might be right. But then if he is right, who murdered Kane? Could it be Detective Atme murdered Kane? Again, the red diamond. That's why Detective Kane was laughing like a maniac. He finally realized what trap he had fallen for, but what trap he had escaped. Run, Delight. You're going back to prison again. This time, the charge is much more serious. This time, you'll be tried for murder.
What? This is impossible.
I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite.
What a turn of events!
You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward.
Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two?
I don't know. If he takes his mask off and he turns out to be someone I know, who would it be? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you.
Why do you keep saying that? Who are you? What do you mean you returned from the depths of hell? What do you mean?
At least let me have some fun while I'm here.
Wait, who are you?
The only person I can think of that would call anyone an amigo would have been that like cowboy guy back in Von Karma's case, I think. Not Franziska Von Karma, but her dad. What was his name? I can't remember, but that Von Karma. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight.
Nick, how could this be happening?
Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me.
Yeah, Ronnie!
Is it gonna be to be continued? Oh. Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? There it is, to be continued. Saving content. Yes, I'll save my content. Yes, I will indeed. Right on time, I would say. Right on time. We will jump into the next part 3, I guess. Yeah, we'll jump into part 3 next time. I don't think it's worth, I've only got a few minutes left in this stream anyway. I don't think I want to jump into it fully right now. But we'll have to tune in on that the next time. I'm gonna... How do I get out of here? Title screen, there we go. Yes. I gotta close that. There we go. We'll continue with part 3 the next time that we start up some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Jake Marshall. Was that his name? Yeah, Jake's the only guy I can think of off the top of my head that I think called me amigo. He talked like that. He was kind of like that, you know? Mo, go buy a lottery ticket. You're freaking psychic. Wait, wait, what was I psychic about? Oh, about the Kane being murdered. So this isn't over. I wasn't looking at chat while I was reading all that. It was such a bombshell. I wasn't looking. How else did you predict this one? Detective Atme, you mean? I mean, look, sometimes I see through the Matrix. I think Detective Atme is the one that was actually getting blackmailed. I don't know if he's because the blackmail is like, I know who you are. So I don't know for sure who Detective Atme really is. I don't know if he is the real DeMasque. I don't know if he's also some other thing in another life that we're gonna unmask. All I know is he's got the red ring, and the blackmail mentioned a red diamond. So because Atme still has the ring on his hand, that means he didn't give up the diamond, which means he went to KB security, dropped off $50,000, and probably killed Kane. Or probably didn't drop off the $50,000. He probably just killed Kane. That's what I think probably happened. And I think Ronnie maybe I don't know if Ronnie is DeMasque or is just a fanboy. I think he probably was actually at the warehouse at some point in time. And I think maybe Atme possibly stole Ronnie's wallet. Or Ron did say he was at dinner with his wife and he had his wallet there. So again, maybe Desiree had the wallet because the key card to get into the CEO's office was in Ronnie's wallet. And so Desiree maybe saw the blackmail letter, took Ron's wallet, went to the KB security and murdered Kane so that Kane couldn't go after Ron. That's possible. Because Desiree's absolutely involved in this somehow. She's absolutely done something. She even admitted to being out last night on the motorcycle getting a ticket and stuff. So like we know she was out and about. Just like we know Ron was. Damon Gant, that was his name, not Von Karma. Yeah, Damon Gant's case, not Von Karma. You're right, Damon Gant, that was his name. I got people mixed up. Yes, that's when we saw Jake Marshall. I don't think it's Jake Marshall. I don't think the beards are the same. I just know that Jake was always like combing his hair, and like Godot seems to have like shocked white hair, so maybe that's part of the he got. Jake didn't die though, right? Did he get committed to anything? Who died? Is the reason Godot's hair white because he got the electric chair or something? I don't know. I don't know who Godot is. And I don't know if it's going to be someone we've met before or if it's just someone from like Phoenix's past that we actually haven't played as before. I don't know. So that's going to do it for my stream tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did and you're on YouTube, please leave a like. If you're on Twitch, a follow, and if you're on YouTube, a subscribe. Both of those would be wonderful as well. I'd appreciate those. Thank you guys for watching. I'll try to have the stream schedule for next week out tomorrow. Maybe some high school rival, maybe, possibly. We haven't heard of another high school rival to my knowledge, because we know Phoenix knew Larry and Edgeworth in school, but I don't know about anybody else off the top of my head. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna head on out of here. Stay tuned for more shorts and posts and stuff throughout the week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Buddy, hope you find your dad.
Thanks, Mr. Narwhal.